A few miles away from where the Prime Minister was speaking today sits Birmingham. Fewer places in the UK have more furloughed workers. The number of people claiming benefits here has soared since lockdown began.
Come in.
Angela Robinson signed on when she lost her job in April. As it stands, not many companies are recruiting.
It's just going to be a free-for-all. As soon as the first job comes along, everybody's going to want to go for it because there's a lot of people in the same situation.
Meanwhile, the redundancies keep coming. TM Lewin is laying off 600 staff and moving online, shutting all of its shops. Birmingham Airport is making 250 people redundant. EasyJet is letting 1,900 staff go as it closes its bases at Southend, Stansted and Newcastle. And Airbus is cutting 1,700 jobs as orders for its aircraft dry up.
It has, unfortunately, now become clear that the crisis the aviation sector is facing will be of a length and magnitude that calls for more structural and wide-ranging actions.
Amid the carnage, the Prime Minister is promising to create jobs. This construction company took on 80 people to work on HS2, the government's high-speed rail project. It expects to continue to recruit as a result of the investment announced today. How many jobs do you think Kilcoen will create and how quickly?
I'd say 500 over the next couple of years.
You think just on these projects today?
Yeah.
The government wants to support the recovery and to level up investment spending across the UK. The government currently spends the equivalent of £1,456 a year per person in London, far more than anywhere else in England. If the money pledged today is spent everywhere except London, it would mean an extra £106 per person, closing the gap between the capital and the North West. But that still leaves spending in Yorkshire, the Humber and the East Midlands a long way behind. The government has a long way to go on levelling up, and it hasn't said how many jobs it thinks the projects it's announced today will create. It may be tens of thousands, but the government is concerned that the number of people out of work in the UK could get as high as 3 million in the months ahead. Restrictions are easing, a recovery is underway, but manufacturers and companies in other sectors of the economy hardest hit by the lockdown warn the bounce back isn't strong enough for them to take back all of the staff they've furloughed. As government support tails off, unemployment will rise. The question is, by how much? Joel Hills, News at 10 in Birmingham.